My name is David Shi, and I am the former president of Furman University, retired in 2010. The Shi Center is a dynamic crossroads, coordinating all of the varied activities associated with sustainability and environmental responsibility that Furman is pursuing at any given time, whether it be centered on student activity or faculty research or projects across the campus, or the many activities that we have on behalf of the greater Greenville community. We do a lot of student-based research related to sustainability in Greenville County. Back in the, 20 years ago, we began to realize at Furman that we had so many activities and projects going on across campus related to sustainability that none of us knew about everything that was going on. So we needed better coordination, better communication. We need centralized supervision of everything that was going on. And that led us to think about creating a center. And that in turn led me to go visit Southern Living magazine, which was then, it still is headquartered in Birmingham, Alabama, because I had learned that they had a program called Showcase Homes, whereby they partnered with nonprofit organizations across the South to design and build a unique structure that initially looked just like a modern home. And then, after a year, allowing the public to tour these distinctive facilities, the structure reverted to the control of the nonprofit organization. So I went to Birmingham and met with the editor, John Floyd, and pitched him on the idea of being their first completely green home, whereby we would design and build what would become our sustainability center, but initially would be a faux 3-bedroom home. And that's what happened. And because of the marketing horsepower associated with Southern Living magazine, we were able to recruit vendors and suppliers and contractors who donated their materials or their services in order to get the public relations benefit of the 2 cover stories that Southern Living magazine dedicated to the house. So that's what happened. That is, we ended up finding 2/3 of the cost of the structure donated to us, and then we had to raise 1/3 in cash, and the building was completed in 2008. It was open for a year to the public, and about 25,000 people paid $10 each to come tour the facility and to get ideas, whether it was ideas about renewable energy or ideas about the appropriate materials to put into a new home to be environmentally friendly. Thereafter, after that year of public tours, we retrofitted the building to become our sustainability center, which meant that bedrooms became classrooms and the kitchen became a workroom for the staff. We have staff offices there, and we have a large classroom-sized space, so classes are held there every day. Well, it's a story that actually goes way back in time. When I first became president in 1994, I sensed that there were a significant number of faculty and students and staff members already oriented to what later came to be called sustainability. We weren't using that term in the mid-90s. So 2 years later, like every new president, I organized a comprehensive university strategic planning process. We decided to incorporate environmental responsibility. That's the phrase we used. And then 10 years later, by the time we did another strategic plan, we realized that Furman could brand itself one of the few institutions that was centered on sustainability in the nation. So it became very important to Furman's image for us to find a niche, a distinctive niche within higher education, and sustainability has become that. We actually dedicated the building in 2008, and at that time it was simply called the generic Center for Sustainability, and upon my retirement, and they kept it a secret from me, I didn't know until 2 years later that it was going to be named for me. So yes, it was a surprise, it was an honor, it was a shock. With it comes responsibility. I feel a great sense of devotion to the center and responsibility. It's become a major focus of my own philanthropy and my own daily activity. So yes, I'm a living part of the center. And the directors of the center have been wonderfully magnanimous in inviting me to participate in their planning sessions occasionally. As I tell the center staff, I'm only a stone's throw away, but I will never throw stones. So it's been a wonderful opportunity for someone like me to be involved with such a dynamic, fertile environment for research and for education and for discussion and for public outreach that just happened to have my name on it. I think probably the funniest aspect of that is that when Irwin Belk of Charlotte, who is both a widely known philanthropist and a lover of public sculpture, surprised me during my retirement year by commissioning a bronze sculpture of me. The university made the wise decision to put it in the Shi Center, where the student fellows decorated according to the season. So there is always a Mardi Gras motif, there's a Christmas motif, Easter. So it's been great fun to interact with the students as they in turn keep me from becoming solidified and crystallized like that bust of me in the center. All my life, of course, I've been confused at long distance as being Asian, because SHI is a very common Asian name in China, in Japan, in Korea. But of course, I'm not Asian or even Asian American. In fact, our version of SHI comes from the Scots-Irish migration to the United States. And like most surnames over the centuries, it has had variant spellings. S-H-I-E, S-H-Y, S-H-Y-E, and S-H-I. We happen to get the most awkward version. So yes, I fully understand why first-time visitors to the campus might assume that it is the Shi Center. And in fact, of course, it's only a few hundred yards away from the Asia Garden. And the Shi Center itself has Asian motifs, so it's readily understandable that it's confused for being Asian.